I'm in a little bit more east from central Pennsylvania right now. I've been traveling a lot lately. I told my homie I would invite him to the live, which I am doing now. And that's it, just him. I don't want to keep pushing it. It's kind of cold out here, so hey, that's cool. Just got a message from somebody, and I seen what it said, so that's kind of cool. So I want to talk about speed of thought. Damn, my camera's shaking. Look at my hand. Cold out here. But I had an idea, and it's people are sleeping. People are sleeping in the crib, and I ain't trying to talk while somebody's sleeping just a few feet away from me. So I was thinking about something. I was on a phone call with somebody, and we were talking about stuff, and I got this idea, and it links up with things that I've been having my awareness into lately about speed of thought. Now, when your mind slows down and you think that it's a negative, when you feel like you're leaning more into not being as productive and executing on your thoughts, it's only a thought that is then stretched out to connect to the next one, or connect to the stream of consciousness, the stream of thought that's jumping from one to the other. You don't want to not think, because when you don't think, you can't, I don't want to say you can't do anything, so let me rewrite that in history. You can do this, and it's a slowed down thought when you're not really thinking of anything, or maybe like your mind just feels like it goes into a lower frequency of thought. And now when I say slow down, what I mean is frequency of thought. If you're vibrating high, it goes, you know how higher frequencies jump back and forth really fast? Lower frequencies slow down. It's a slowed down thought. So higher frequency, you're executing on things and ideas. You don't have a choice but to do so. Lower frequency of thought, you're executing on ideas, but at a lower frequency of thought. And once you get to a higher frequency, you start breaking what it is that you're seeing down, and it starts to disappear. You're able to think more deeper into things, into a different, what do y'all want to call it? Deeper into what is actually there. What is actually here, what is actually around us, what is actually behind the I don't know. I'm not going to say anymore. If you know, you know. But frequency of thought. What I'm talking about is slowing down your frequency of thought, slowing down your thoughts, and picking up the speed of your thoughts. Now, I do this very often, way more often than I probably should. Actually, way more often, and I'm going to continue to do it way more and way more. So, I watch myself slow down in frequency of thought based off of, and now this is interesting because I have to pay attention to what's around me. Why is my frequency of thought slowing down? What makes it pick up? I feel like my awareness can pick it up. Why does it slow down? My awareness contracting? And by contracting, what does that mean? Going within itself to do what? To be aware. Now this is interesting, because now we can talk about how we were birthed here and what it means to be us. To self-identify. Shh, shh, look at me. Shh, shh, tell him, shh, don't tell him, shh. But telling y'all is just like I'm telling myself. A lot of this information I am creating, because you have ideas in your mind. There's creative information, and then there's like synthetic information. Synthetic information is things that you know, like we know this could be called bricks. Okay, we understand that. Now, creative information is being this called bricks, and also that these could be called lines, right? And now take these two ideas, coalesce them, and create a third idea. That third idea is going to be creative information that you know. And we can say it. And it could be anything. That's where you get to do whatever you want. The line, the bricks, it's a wall. Because of like, now that's like, of course, you're bringing in another idea. So let's be really creative. Let's test my creativity. Look at me. See, this is where it comes into I love myself. I care about myself. I trust myself to go deep in thought and be able to, bring myself back to the present moment. A lot of people tell me that I think way too much for being the age that I am. I say, please understand. I'm not trying to I'll explain that one another live. So let's be creative here. We got a wall, we got lines, and we have bricks. Now, what we can then do is say, what can we do with this wall? Because then we could just call it a wall. Like, let's call it wall, line, bricks. Now, with this information that we know what it is, you could even go in depth of information. What makes the bricks up? You can go to atoms. We're talking about atoms, the universe. Let's talk physics. All these synthetic pieces of information. Now, to be able to watch the process of synthetic information creating what we call creative information is going to need careful analyzation to explain the process, which I feel like y'all have been wanting me to do, and I've been wanting to do as well. But that's not what it is that I'm trying to talk about here. I'm talking about frequency of thought and slowed down thoughts and speed of thought. So let's talk, and let me just create a creative idea rather than analyze the process itself and explain it. Let me just give you the product. Out of all these things that we know, the physics, the atoms, the line, the wall, the bricks, the brick, I could say in a stream of thought that while this wall was being made, there could be something deeper in the meaning. Maybe now this is going to be hard because a lot of the things that I know, well, actually it won't be hard. I don't like saying that because then it makes it hard. Yada, I mean. It's going to be easy for me to do this. The people who built this wall, the energy that went into this, now this is going to be a little spiritual. The attitude that went. Now this is masonry, Masonic practices. The Masons, Freemasonry. The creation of something, a chair, building. The energy and the attitude and the perspective of who is building gets built into this. Now, many people who are in civilization, lower class things, they have jobs where they build things, don't think unconventionally. They think very conventional. So when they build, it's going to be sewn into the Masonic practice, which already happens, a very conventional building process. Okay? You hear me? So, there's a little creative information for you. I don't feel like I did a full justice there though, so let me keep going. Masonic Freemasonry practices, that's what that is, as well as going into the depth with creating this. Now, as I walk past it, it is important for me to realize this because a lot of these things, the way that this plant was put here, I know you can't see it. This plant, this tree was planted here with what intention? The love, the care, or the lack of, the attitude that was planted there. Literally, in the act of motion. We're talking atoms, we're talking physics, we're talking about everything being energy. So when I hold a seed in my palm or on the tip of my fingernail, it's atom on atom, energy on energy, positive on negative, electrons on electrons, balancing and affecting each other. Being around the circle of people that you're around is important. And I'm talking about bricks on the wall. Gee, come on. Nah, I need to relax. I love myself. Who it is that I become, who it is that I am. I don't want to keep zooming in all different directions when I'm talking about speed of thought. Now you can watch the speed of thought. A little bit ago, you could tell as I was explaining the synthetic information about the bricks and the line on the wall. Lower speed of thought, lower frequency of thought. That will in turn be noticed. You can notice that. But when I'm talking about the fucking Freemasonry building process of this wall, as I'm pushing onto it with love as my intention, the force behind this push is love. Somebody's gonna walk by here, and this is practical. Let me be practical about it. Atoms, physics, energy. Everything is vibrating. Intention and consciousness. Ideas. What do you think it is? I'm saying I know what it is, and I can explain to you what it is, and I'm explaining it right now. If you're open to learning about what it is that it is, you will learn what it is that it is. What it is that it is. I've been on a number tip, and the same time that I just said that 3 times, you can look at this door over here and see it's the number 3. Okay? Now that number 3 on that door is the door that I'm gonna go in when I get back to what it is I was doing. Now, let me know who the best... Nah, I can't do it now. I was about to just say some shit and hop off the line. I don't want to do that. I want the continuous... Who's gonna watch this? What do we do now? You can tell that I'm like being so unpractical about that. Like I'm bringing up the questions that some people might have, but you can tell I know what to do now in the back of my mind. You know why I do this? Because, and thank you so much. Thank you so much to everybody who's watching this. Because I have gone through periods of time, and this is me really expanding on this type of thing. So I love you, whoever it is that you're watching. Okay? I've gone periods of time where I've gone so in depth of thought that I have literally explored my emotions. Because you can think with... Because it's before you can think of an idea to be able to explain it, you first, now this is going to be wild, you feel, you convert the feeling into a thought, and then you're able to convert that thought into a practical way to say it. So the feeling, I've gone so in depth with feeling that I have got in myself in, like, how do I want to say this? Let me re-jump it back a little bit. So that way I don't upset anybody who's on the same path. I've cried. I've gotten very upset on what it is that I see. I have gotten myself into tears. Now, of course, you know, sometime, well, okay, let me not. Actually, I need to stop saying let me not. I need to just do what it is I feel like doing. I mean, I guess it is me backing away from an idea, but let me just go. Let me just change direction without having to back away and show that I'm backing away. I don't give a fuck what people are thinking. If I keep thinking about what people are seeing me as, then how am I going to surpass any of these things? And I can still communicate it in a way that's going to make sense. I can. I will not say any, I will only say these things as it's time for me to say them. to people who it's going to matter to, and that it's important to say it. I am the one. I am the one. I am the one. I will give this information to the planet because it desires and requires it. The planet will be saved by me. I will do whatever I want here, be whatever I want, think however I want, manifest whatever it is that I want, desire, require, replace every want with require. If I require it, it is on its way with speed. And it will be part of my life soon. And I want to get thousands of phone calls from everybody and just hear them ask me to tell them some information. I want somebody to call me and say, teach me something about this, or I have a question, because I know that there's people out there that need it. I'm not saying, hey, you ask me things because I want you to ask me things. If you don't have any questions, don't fucking call me. I don't want to have small talk with you. If you have a question and you can't find the answer to it yet, but you're looking, you're going to find it, and find it through me. I am a portal of information. I am an observer of the ethos converting into every, do I want to push it? Into realities. Study up. Study up on yourself. Study up on astrology. I love you. I love me. I love everything. The happiness is all I feel, all I am, all I create, and evolve it. The idea of happiness now is being evolved and changing into something that's going to make it way better than it being just happiness that I created. It evolves. I evolve. I am whatever it is that I think I am. I am creating and manifesting everything. Will be a millionaire by the year 2020. I will have this. I will get my mind channeled and be able to be the biggest hip hop artist on the planet. I will meet Kanye West. I will meet Kid Cudi, and I will fucking express ideas to them that they never heard. I will be the biggest and seep into everything because I am multifaceted in talent, fascination. I am multi-fascination, equipped. I am equipped with multi-fascination of connectivity with success that I plug into anything that I do, because I'm so willing to learn in the mindset that I have. I will succeed in everything that I do. And this is me confirming. This is affirmations. I do this every motherfucking moment that I get. It freaks me, and by freak I mean electron. It energy attracts. I'm re-establishing the meaning of words now. I have no interest in being like and being similar to myself. Keeping an idea the same for strands of time means I am required to keep moving. I will save the planet. I will make this my world. My world, as in it already is. I will have success. I will have this. I will have that. I will have this. I will have that. I will have this. I will be happy. I need to sacrifice nothing. I am powerful. I'm very alone right now. And honestly, if there was thousands of, ooh, what the heck? If there was thousands of people in this live right now, would I be still talking the same way? Does it matter? Because this is me analyzing myself and creating. Once I, and I got like 80 songs lined up ready to drop. Strategies. All I do is this. I need it looks fun, doesn't it? I need to keep focused though. I can't keep bouncing down to communicate with people who I then need to not be myself. I need to slow down frequency of thought just to communicate. I have a song.